Can ghosts inhabit new construction, or is it only old construction? If you build new construction onto old construction, they can't come into the new part, correct? I was always under the assumption of that. So going back about 15 years ago, I'm sitting in my office, where Wyatt's bedroom is now. Um, Above the window, kind of like above that, there is a cornice that I built. Goes over the window, says Ohio State Buckeyes. There is a lip on the there with crown molding, about 5 inches tall. And I had a bunch of Ohio State Buckeye paraphernalia up top. And one of them was a small Ohio State Tervis tumbler, only about this big. So there's only about this much sticking above the cornice, about this much below it. So I'm sitting on my desk and I hear a noise and I turn around and that tumbler is bouncing along the floor. And I look up, no possible way that it could have fallen. It would have had to jump over. No way. There's just no way it could tip over. There wasn't enough sticking above the cornice to tip over. I got freaked out and I left for a couple hours. I wouldn't come back in the house. Our new master bedroom, never have to worry about it, because it's new construction. So I know they can't cross that threshold. Every now and then Wyatt, he's got the Down syndrome. We see him, just kind of like talking, and, I know he's talking to the ghost. Jessica doesn't want to admit it, but she knows he's talking to the ghost. The Down syndrome and the animals, they know about the ghost. So about 20 minutes ago, I'm sitting in my office, which is around the corner. Jessica's sitting on the couch here, playing on her phone. We hear a big crash. I come in, what the hell was that? And our room 101 sign had fallen from the wall. Now this hook is into a stud. I could hang on it. It's not coming out. Not even a ghost can pull that out of the wall. I don't know, I shouldn't say that. But this was on the ground. So I come up and see what's going on. Now this is one of the eyelets. You can see it's sturdy. Here's the other one. Pulled completely apart. Now that's not the freaky part. So in between those two eyelids, I have a chain, and then it hangs on that hook. These are what's attached to these rings, are these hooks. Look, these are supposed to be touching. That is supposed to be rounded and touching. I cannot physically get this to bend. This is a solid piece of metal. And look how it has completely stretched out of shape. This completely stretched out of shape. There's just, you could have two men or two women just hanging on that sign. There's no way you're ripping these out. This sign can't weigh 7 pounds. Nothing. It's been hanging up there for years. No way. It's the ghost. And so starting about, a couple of months ago, we noticed Stella. We have two pit bulls, Skylar and Stella. Skylar, little tiny pit bull, fearless, and doesn't give a fuck about anything. She's always in here, loves it in here. I think she likes the secondhand smoke. Stella, she started not wanting to be in here. She would come in here, kind of look around, and she'd start pawing at the door. She did not want to be in here. And then it's gotten to be over the last couple of weeks, she'll want to come out in the lounge, and you got to walk through the garage in from the house, and she'll get halfway through the garage, and then she just turns back. She won't even make her way out here. She won't put her nose in here anymore. She does not come out here in the lounge. Now, we thought it was because we added 4 more 3D printers. So we figured maybe the noise, maybe the vibrations, the sonics, something is that she doesn't like. But when this fell, it kind of made sense. Stella does not want to be out here anymore. No way. And Jessica's like, well, it's just, it's just gravity. Did gravity somehow tug on one side of this sign tonight and pull it and rip it from the wall? So, like I said at the beginning, I was under the assumption that ghosts cannot cross the threshold into new construction. Am I wrong? Are there any ghost hunters out there? Any witch doctors? Anything? Priest? Do you know of this? Am I wrong? Should I be burning some sage or something, or how to ward off the? I mean, it never bothered us. It's just been I just kind of always felt that presence, especially in my old office. Especially with that cup falling. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's ghost. Pretty sure it's ghost. Jessica's just going with gravity. What are your thoughts?